I really don't want to make this video right now. Like, not in the way that like YouTubers will say that they don't want to make a video because it adds to the drama of whatever they're going to talk about. And it's not like something that I have to address, which is why I don't want to make the video. I just genuinely don't want to be making a video right now. Which is why today we're going to talk about the dark side of Vlogmas. If you didn't know, Vlogmas is just uploading videos every day in December because it's Christmas time. They call it Vlogmas. If you've logged on to YouTube this month, you've probably seen some of those videos. And we're going to talk about the coincidence of this happening during Christmas time. But these Vlogmas videos likely come with a toll that some creators aren't sharing with you. This might not be the case for some people. It's just what I've experienced. In December this month, I've been posting videos every single day. I posted 2 one day, so I'm at 22 videos over the last 21 days. Right now it's 4:30 p.m. and I have to get this video up today when you're watching it, if you're watching it when it comes out. And I've spent the past 4 hours watching other people's content on YouTube and resting and honestly missing out on a lot of what's going on, which is one of the really terrible parts about Vlogmas. A lot of this could be personal experience, and I know that like my situation, making videos and making money off of YouTube, is a really cool place, and I don't want it to sound like I'm complaining. I just want to share some of the things that aren't always talked about, because I feel like my role in like the business guru Amazon space is showing a lot of the things that aren't as good, because whenever I make these type of videos, they don't get as many views, but so many more people comment because it's so relatable, and this happens with everybody because burnout is very real. So why do people do Vlogmas? Uploading every day in December, and I'll just show you based on my own analytics. Obviously, I think a lot of this has to do with just making better content and putting up better content, but if we go back to we'll go to a 90-day count. We can see kind of what happened. I was posting 3 videos a week about, and then December came and I got this big spike here. Most of that's me posting more and more videos, but that also correlates to really high revenue amounts. And I think that's one of the main reasons people do it. Just in December so far, I've gained 520 subscribers, so over 20 a day. We just passed 3,000. Thank you guys so much for that. Now we're looking just at December, and we can see I've gotten 35,000 views just about, and $745 in just the first 20 days. Yesterday's numbers haven't come in yet. My highest viewed month before that was like 24,000 views, and so posting videos every day is not only good for growing an audience, but it's also better because ad rates are normally higher in December. This just makes sense. It's Christmas time, so companies are going to be putting more money into advertising because Q4, the last 3 months of the year, are when most sales are done of retail products and services. People are just buying stuff, and it's just a supply and demand thing. There's more demand for people's attention, so the prices of ads have to go up, meaning a lot of YouTubers like myself know that if we post every day in December, we'll get more views than we normally do, and you'll end up making way more money because ad rates will go up. But what's really weird about that is if we go over to my revenue tab, my CPM is actually down over this month, and I think that has to do with some of the stuff that we're going to get to here in a second. Up here, I keep my goals for the month. We set this in a previous video, and it was super important, but one of the things that I wanted to do is get all of my videos done by end of day on the 24th. Today's the 22nd, and I'm shooting that video, so that's probably not going to happen. And a lot of that comes down to burnout. Over this past month, I think I've experienced just a little bit of burnout, and I'm really trying to start to recognize it now because it's really starting to set in. I was going really hard and really enjoying things. I was a couple videos ahead, but just over this past week, since we live in a van, we've been traveling a lot. Our plans have had to change multiple times for what we're doing for Christmas. We'll talk about that when I talk about one of the other things that I really feel like I messed up on. But because of just all that change and driving around in the van, as well as kind of being done doing the same thing every day and not taking a lot of breaks, I've gotten really burnt out. I'm sure there are other YouTubers, like people who I know who even watch this channel who are doing Vlogmas, who can probably relate to that feeling of not wanting to put up a video, and because of that, your content will start to suffer. Genuinely, I think that these videos coming out towards the end of the month, I'm going to try to make them as good as I possibly can. Just because I'm burnt out a bit, they're probably not going to be as good as some of my other videos. But it's frustrating for me because I just want to put out the best content, but because I said I'm going to put out a video every day, and I really like to hit my goals, I feel like that's something that I have to do, and so I'm going to do it, and hope that it can be the best that it can be. But I'm afraid that I might start to burn out more. And honestly, a lot of this is just because, like, you need rest. Everybody needs to rest. You can't just go and go and go forever. Now we're at a place that I should be able to rest, but all of my mind is just occupied with making sure I get these videos done. All of my energy is just consumed with this. And so even though I spent more than 4 hours this morning just doing nothing, watching videos and like playing pool at this place, I was so anxious because I knew I had to get this video up, and I knew that I needed 10 more videos through the rest of the month, and that pressure is just not good because your body's gonna make you rest whether you want it to or not. And if you're doing whatever you're doing, whether that's Amazon, whether that's YouTube, some other side hustle part-time, that's not only gonna affect your side hustle, it's also gonna affect your main source of income, and that'll make just a lot of your life miserable. And honestly, one of the bigger things that's really sucky about that is I feel like it's affected my relationship with Carissa a lot. I'm gonna go inside and ask her just some questions in a second after I get through most of my points here. But I'm just not happy with that. And a part of that is we have a YouTube channel together called The Story Travelers. It's also Instagram. You could definitely go check it out if you're interested. I was supposed to get a video up for that on Sunday, and I didn't do that because I was so burnt out. And now, like, my thought is I don't even want to continue on that channel, even though I think it's something that would be fun. It's a nice creative outlet. Because I put so much pressure on this one thing, on this one goal that I have, and because I didn't do what we're going to talk about next, I kind of just want to be done with it, even though it shouldn't take that much of my time if I manage my time better. And that really brings me to the next major thing, which is when I'm resting or taking breaks, I'm not actually resting. I'll like spend time watching people on YouTube. Obviously, I don't think it's the worst thing to do. I watch so much YouTube, but I think I do it more compulsively than out of a desire to do it. Like if I'm not doing anything, I'm gonna be watching YouTube. I'm gonna be playing games on my phone. I'm gonna be doing something that even though I might be in the space of other people, it's not present with the other people that I'm with, and it's not even present with myself. It's just trying to dissociate and distract myself from other things, which is not a good thing. More that's pertinent to Vlogmas, and this month specifically, those states come when I'm more anxious or when I've like slip into the things that make me depressed, because I've struggled with those mental things before. And since I don't want to feel those feelings of deep anxiety, depression, feeling disappointed in myself, I'll just disassociate by going on YouTube and stuff, and so I'll stay up really late so I never have to think about bad things. And sometimes I'll go to bed with like stuff in my earbuds just so I don't have to feel those feelings, and then I can go to sleep, wake up, and kind of start the cycle all over again. That's all perpetuated by me not just not resting, but it's also not moving or exercising, because that's one of the most important things that you can do for yourself. And when I have exercised and moved, my work has been better and I've had more longevity with it. But I genuinely don't think that I've worked out a single time this month. I might have played soccer once, but I can feel that because exercise helps to relieve a lot of my anxiety, and not doing that has not been healthy. And so 2 days ago, we got into this place where we're staying because my mother-in-law actually has access to a beach house through some of her friends. And so I have literally missed out on spending time with Carissa by the beach romantically for Christmas and just enjoying it for myself, because I've been so consumed by needing to get work done, and that makes me anxious, which makes me dissociate, which makes me waste so much time, and then the work doesn't get done and I'm not present with the people that I love here, and I'm not actually resting and recovering so that I can do the work better again and so that I can be present with my family again. So even though I'm really happy with Vlogmas and the results that I've been getting so far, I don't feel like I can sustain that. I am grateful that it showed me how much I'm able to do work-wise, but it has also more importantly showed me how terrible I am at resting. And if I can get better at resting and exercise, I think I'll be able to get even more done in a more intentional way, which leaves me more time to actually enjoy the life that Chris and I have worked so hard for, which is living in a van so that we can travel. And I'm honestly pretty disappointed in myself for that, so let's go see what Chris has to say about it. Also, if you're doing Vlogmas and you have a different experience, let me know about that. But I bet you could probably relate to at least some of this, and I hope that this helps you feel like you're not alone in it. But also, if you're doing Vlogmas and you're putting Vlogmas in the titles of your videos, please go back through them and take it out of your videos, because those videos are not going to get any views except for in December, and just title it something about the video, because that'll be so much more evergreen. I feel like the click-through rates on those videos are really bad, and if that's the case for you, I'll think about changing it. That's just a thought, though. I'm definitely not the expert. I only got 3,000 subscribers. Essentially, are you disappointed in me this month?
What? No. Why would I be disappointed in you?
I'm very disappointed in myself. I just don't feel like I've been present with you. I barely feel like I've been present with my work, and I don't feel like I've been present with myself and resting. It's just frustrating to be like at a place that's so nice, like the beach, spending hours wallowing in my anxiety and crushing that, watching videos, instead of spending time with you or spending time actually doing the work that I have planned to do this month. Yeah, what are your thoughts?
On
all of it. It's your video now.
You've done better than you have in the past. I think it's...
That's the worst part of it, too.
I think you did really well when you had a set schedule and the goals lined up for it, but when you didn't pace yourself, the rails went off. You got really tired, and then you spent half a day just kind of lounging, and you're like, oh, that was really good, I needed that. And then you went straight into another like 6 days of like going.
Yeah.
You just need more rest than that.
I don't know if I 100% agree with that.
I know.
I just think I need better rest. I'm not taking care of myself in the rest.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if I have the same hours of rest, I could be perfect. Oh, don't fall, buddy. Good thing there's never any wind by the ocean.
I think in general that you work really well and you rest like physically well, but you don't lifestyle well.
You don't think I have a life?
No.
Yeah.
And I think that's like one of the ways that you get filled up.
I probably overestimated how much I can do.
You have a short-term capacity and a long-term capacity. Your short term, like a week, is much higher than your long term. Like you can push for a long time, but you can't push for 4 weeks at that same pace.
I'll extend my push week to my normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard because that's one of the things that I've just done throughout all of life.
I think you've done sprinting your whole life,
Yeah.
and then crashed and then sprinted again.
Yeah, so finding just a regularness, also while having moved into a van, which is not very regular anything. That's why I think the day in the life video that I posted yesterday was so pertinent, because it was just, oh, everything's going great, and then it kind of just crashed out of a day of work.
I like to run. You can't keep your mile pace for a marathon. That's ridiculous.
But if you work really hard, you could eventually get your mile pace to be your marathon pace, right, babe?
No, because your mile pace will go down.
Yeah, but when it's new, you're gonna look at the past mile pace and realize that that's the case. You're not gonna only be looking ahead, right?
Is that what you do?
Yeah. Bye.